live on the LI Sports Network. It's an ECHC clash, the Farmingdale State College Rams and the Fairfield University Stags. My name's Travis Quigley. Be taking you through the call here tonight. Be joined in just a moment by the color commentator and special guest for this evening. Gonna wait just a minute to introduce him. First, we're going to go over both these sides. Fairfield University, the visitors here, playing their first game of the season. They were the 3 seed last year in the ECHC, and they won the conference championships, taking down this very Farmingdale Ram team in overtime, 4-3, in what was a thrilling contest back in February. Different story for Fairfield at the 2024 AAU National Championships. They went 1-2 in Pool B. And again, not what they were looking for. Brought home 1 ring, couldn't make it to the knockout round in the Nationals. So a season here where they bring 15 players back, and we'll be looking to improve upon last year, have a deeper run at the national championships, and it starts tonight for them in this rivalry matchup with the home side, Farmingdale State College Rams. Got the season opened up last night, home opener against Fordham. They won 3-2 in what was a great matchup. Farmingdale was up 3-0. Fordham ended up storming back, scored 2 quick goals in the final 5 minutes, had a chance late in the dying seconds, and Joey DeCanio made a couple of big stops, securing the win for the Rams. 3-2 in their season opener now. Like I said, getting conference play opened up here tonight in this rivalry matchup. What also is the first game in the new ECHC initiative, the Color Clash. You see right now Fairfield in their all-red unis, Farmingdale wearing the all-black, those third alternate uniforms. This is the first of 3 color clash games that these two teams will be playing against each other this season. And I just alluded to it, Fairfield beat Farmingdale 4-3 in overtime in the ECHC championship game last year. This is probably the biggest rivalry in the Empire Conference, and they're meeting to open up the conference schedule. So we thought here at the LI Sports Network there was no better person to bring in and do color commentary than a former Ram himself, and of course a beloved member of the LISN family, Luke Judge.
Travis, it's good to be back. It's good to be up here back on the mic, and it's good to be back watching these guys on the ice as well. Thanks for having me.
Yes, extremely excited to have you here, Luke. I mean, not only having your experience of being a player out here with this Rams team, just your experience as a hockey player in general. You've been around the game your entire life. I mean, you playing, your brothers playing, your entire family, you know, hockey is what it is to you. And of course, being out here last season, you were part of that championship game against the Fairfield team. So I would love if you just kind of take us back to February a little bit, talk about that game, what it was like being on the ice, experiencing that, and then furthermore go into nationals and the run that you guys had there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you know, at the start of the second semester last year, I joined the team late, so I was very grateful to, you know, be given an opportunity to suit it up with these guys and go out there and compete. That's always good, especially when, you know, you really think you're done with the, you know, you're hanging up the skates, but you know, then you kind of jump back into it and see what you can get. Especially with these guys, I had a great time. Very much like this weekend, back in February, you know, we started off playing against Fordham in that semifinal game. A very similar style of play as opposed to it being, you know, the first game of the season last night. But, you know, Fordham's a tough team. They're always going to show up against, you know, the Rams especially, and, you know, they're always going to be ready to go. Sorry, excuse me. It's a little odd being back on the mic after a while.
Yeah,
you
first time.
Sit in an office in a cubicle for a little while.
Yeah, what's it been,
like
6-7 months since you put the headset on?
Yeah.
No, I hear you, man.
Yeah,
so,
it's like the spotlight's on you.
No, so just talk about the championship game last year, facing off against Fairfield, what it was like being on the ice for that and your experience. And, talk about how the returning players for both sides, both Farmingdale and Fairfield here, are going to kind of use that to go into this game tonight and take it throughout the season. Farmingdale, I kind of spoke about it last night. This is a bit of a revenge game, the first of 3 in the regular season, but first time they're seeing Fairfield since that championship game. So, of course, a little bit of revenge, and Fairfield obviously want to show that, hey, we might have been the 3 seed last year. You were the 1. We took you down in the chip, but that wasn't no fluke. We're going to do it again this year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, even before I played it, we played them in the championship last year. I know a lot of guys were saying we have a lot of history with this team. Then again, I never played them until the championship game. So going into it, I was kind of feeding off the guys, especially on the team already. They were like, listen, this is a rivalry team. We're here to play. We're here to win. That game was definitely very heartbreaking. It was kind of a back-and-forth game. I know that they took the lead on us early, and that's what we didn't want. But, the emotions are high, especially whether it's a playoff game or just a regular season game, especially against your rival. It's always an emotional game. And I know these guys, both teams here tonight, are going to be coming out ready to go and ready to prove themselves to each other. Who's going to be the better team for the rest of the season? This is their first matchup of the year. And then I believe you did mention that they play again in October and then once again in January. And then that's the last time they'll see each other until probably the Empire playoffs. So, Farmingdale's going to come out here probably looking to, set the tone. Obviously, Fairfield going into the playoffs last year, 3rd seed, and we were actually the 1 seed. They're going to, look to keep that same reputation that they gave us last year in the championship. But I know Farmingdale's going to be coming out, looking for some blood, looking for some payback, and hopefully get a win out of this one.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a really exciting game here tonight. Certainly due for some back and forth action, and of course, like you said, both teams chippiness expected, physicality expected. It'll be interesting to see how early the physicality picks up, but I think also for both these teams it's a great early test for them, playing what's expected to be 2 of the top teams in the Division I for AAU college hockey. And it's a test early on in the season to see where your team is at and where they need to go to get to the ultimate goal at the end of the season, which is, of course, being crowned national champions.
Yeah, no, 100%, Travis. I mean, like you said, you kind of touched on the emotions part again as well. Farmingdale definitely is going to come in with some emotion, but at the end of the day, you got to come in and just be ready to play, do the right things, make tape-to-tape passes, get the puck out of the D zone, regroup, get in the O zone and start moving the puck around and getting shots on net. And Fairfield's going to look to do the same. They're definitely flying high into this game, especially because of last year. But just keep the emotions in check and make sure all the boys are ready to go on both ends, and we should be looking at a pretty good matchup here tonight.
Definitely set for an exciting contest here at the Northwell Health Ice Center, East Meadow, New York. Obviously the practice facility for the New York Islanders. So warm-ups have concluded. Boys took the sheet for dirty ice. We had a squirt game going on before this. So fellas did a dirty ice warm-up, and now the Zam comes on, get a fresh sheet, and of course national anthem and opening puck drop, likely about 15-20 minutes away or so. So we're going to take a quick break here. Don't go anywhere. Again, opening face-off between the Stags and the Rams coming up in just a little bit. Travis Quigley, Luke Judge taking you through the call right here on the LI Sports Network. live on the LI Sports Network. Farmingdale State Rams, Fairfield University Stags. Frank Potato running the cam, Paul Trentini on the board. Joining me, Luke Judge on color. My name's Travis Quigley. We are underway. Fairfield win the opening draw, but it's picked off by Signoretti. Keller moves it ahead. Keller picks it off one more time. Cuts middle, can't get a shot off. Alessi with a slap shot from the point is gloved by Fairfield starting netminder Eric Dillner. Give you the starting lineups for Fairfield. Of course, Dillner in the cage. Got Zach Lee, Brendan Burke, Brendan Cullen, Brian Hall, and Chris Mangia-Capri rounding it out. Farmingdale won the draw, but Brendan Burke jumped it and now rushes ahead. Takes a shot that's blocked by Jesse Burns. Keller tries to poke it ahead. Mangia-Capri chips it in. Stays on the forecheck. Alessi moves it forward. One more time. North. Keller gets it out. Slap shot from outside the zone. Blockered into the corner by Joey DeCanio, starting netminder for Farmingdale. Played last night and got the win. Turnover. Signoretti 2-on-1. Walks in. Shoots. Puts it wide. Great chance there. Just 55 seconds into the game. Chipped out by Fairfield. Over the blue line, taking a hit, Sharfstein.
You can see, Travis, everybody's finishing their hits out here. Emotions are high, speed is up.
And you can tell, like you said, early on when there's contact like this, it doesn't take long for each player to get into the game.
No, absolutely not. Listen, everybody used to tell me, at least all the coaches that I played for, get out there first shift, get a shot, get a hit, make a play, make a pass, do whatever you got to do to get your blood pumping and get yourself in the game.
Yeah, we see Johnny McCann wins the faceoff back. Kunkowski, freshman, cycles it low. Kunkowski, McCann, and LaChase the line out here. Pushed wide for Fairfield, little 4-on-2 rush, chipped in by Kyle Donnelly. Donnelly loses an edge and now taking it, getting it out of the zone is Quinones. Dumped in by Ianella. Stopped by DeCanio. Dylan Bridgewood had 2 apples last night. Looking to continue the scoring pace. Pushed it wide, looking for Eric Immel. Immel on the forecheck. William Leary can't get it out. The defenseman wins it back. Kept in. McGregor walks to the middle. Hits Bridgewood. Bridgewood tries to drop it for Duffy. Nice defensive play from William Kidd.
What a great look by McGregor. He's got he shows great skill walking that line and being able to kind of pick his head up and make a play, whether it's a pass or a shot. Looking for the chase back door there. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, McGregor certainly going to be
my mistake. I believe that was Bridgewood.
Yeah, McGregor made the initial pass to Bridgewood. Both players are going to be vital for this Rams team this season as Duffy, another crucial player for Farmingdale, carries into the zone. Trying to go outside in, loses the puck. Bridgewood with it, drops it for Kravitz, and Bridgewood plays the body there. Fairfield still with the puck. It was Luca Mandato. Dumped in by Zach Lee. DeCanio stops it up. Mandato off for a change for the Stags. Takes a hop off the boards as Burns was trying to clear it. Slap shot from Lee is off target. Kept in the zone by Cullen. D-to-D for Farmingdale. And Burns chips it out while taking a hit. Larico trying to enter, poked away. Minio can't get it deep. O'Donnell does. Minio, good stick lift, tries to backhand it out front for Lorico, and it was swept back into the corner. High chip, gets out of the zone. Alessi, smart play using the glove there. He also had 2 assists last night, both him and Dylan Bridgewood. Over to Alessi. Alessi walks, shoots, it's knocked down and covered by Dillner. 3:55 played first period. Still nothing on the board. Luke, both sides now have allowed all 4 lines to roll through here. Fairfield, of course, their first game, so some of the freshmen, even some of the returners, first game jitters. got to get your legs under you. For Farmingdale, from my perspective, yesterday, that was what they were going through. Now this is a much more comfortable team, it seems.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Fairfield, they're wasting no time getting in on the forecheck. They look good. They look fast. They look strong, too. But, like you said, first game jitters, it's going to hit everybody. But now that they've rolled through the lineup, they'll be back at it and ready to go.
And puck goes out of play. Ended up back in the Farmingdale zone from that big shot block from Robert Sharfstein. Ended up hitting a glove on the bench. So face-off will go to the right of DeCanio. Keller and Aiden Blake in for the draw. Yeah, Sharfstein is coming off now. Broken stick. And official John Sandos says, nope, can't make a change. You can grab a new stick, but too late for the change. So Sharfstein gets the new twig and lines back up for the draw. Kyle Henshaw drops it. Going forward was Blake, and stopping him was Jesse Burns. Keller has the puck now, and plenty of space to break it out. Moves it to Signoretti. There's delayed offside, so smart play to cut back. Almost turns it over, though. Ivers circles back to collect it. Played off the wall behind the net. Alessi breaks it out through the middle. Clean breakout there for the Rams. Keller tries to dangle and is knocked to the ice. Big hit thrown by Chase McKenna. Stags enter. No shot there. Poked away. Flipped out by the freshman Angelo Mascaro. Shot on goal by Signoretti. He's going to go off for a change. Some fresh bodies out there for the Rams. Mascaro knocked
Big
down.
hit.
Couple collisions both sides. Now a one-on-one shot off the noggin and out of play.
Couple of the Farmingdale forwards there just looking for a clean breakout, leaving some of their guys they're supposed to be tying up with right behind them. I mean, listen, Fairfield's wasted no time getting those pucks to the net. Joey DeCanio better be on his head tonight. They look fast, and something huge about Fairfield is that they're a very fast-paced team. They like to take away options from you, especially in the D zone when you're breaking out. And that's something Farmingdale has always kind of struggled with, especially on the breakout in the D zone.
It's kept in the zone. Cycle attempt is picked off by Rotan. Played off the wall, picked up by Konkowski. Passes, shot, scores! Joe LaChase, 1-0 Rams.
Well, Travis, they proved me wrong. They did a great job getting that puck out. Konkowski just picking it up off the wall, kind of looking, making his options, kind of faking out the goalie, feeding it over to LaChase, and he's going to finish that all day, any day of the week.
Not easy for Dillner getting post to post there. Nice early pass from Konkowski. Second assist of the season for Konkowski. First goal of the year for Joe LaChase. And of course, can't forget Danny Rotan picking up that secondary assist. All started with him back in the defensive zone. You know, Danny came up to me, he was upset that I commented on how great his pass was last night, and got back at me with the assist right there. 1-0 Rams. LaChase from Konkowski and Rotan. Goal came at 5 minutes, 34 seconds into the first period. Fairfield with the puck. Kidd drops it off. It's pushed out to the near side and dumped in by Iannella. Stopped by DeCanio and left for Kravitz, who rims it around the wall hard. Bridgewood drops it. Kidd, who's pinching down, picks it off. DeCanio pokes it out. Bridgewood spins and moves it to Konkowski. 2-on-1. Konkowski and Bridgewood. Konkowski to Bridgewood. Backhand. Forehand. Scores! Dylan Bridgewood. 2-0 Farmingdale.
And it all leads back to Konkowski. I mean, listen, he got that puck from Bridgewood. Bridgewood hopped it up to him. Nice little toss. Bridgewood holds it. Finishes the job. But to add on the first goal, Travis, I mean, this kid Kinkowski, he's going to be real special for this program. As you can see, he's already kind of has the confidence, especially holding the puck. He takes his time. He reads his options. He looks where the guys are, and he feeds them, and he finds them, and something always happens. So
yeah.
I'm very excited to see that for this season. And watch out, Empire. You're going to have to get a hold of this guy.
Yeah, Kinkowski, you can see last night, first couple of shifts in the college game, getting his legs under him. And by the second period, he was flying. Bridgewood finds Duffy, can't get the shot off. Second period, Kinkowski was flying. Third period, flying. And you see tonight, 2 apples already. Has his legs under him, just 2 games into his college career.
Yeah, well, he got his bell rung pretty good last night. I think that fixed him up a little bit, too.
You know, everyone has that welcome to NHL, welcome to college hockey moment. That was his. Duffy to the middle on the backhand. Can't get it off, but it almost squeaks in. Nice play on the goal line from Mangiacopri, keeping it out. Pushed ahead, Minio 2-on-1 with Duffy. Joe Minio shoots, blocker save Dillner. So second goal, Bridgewood from Kinkowski. 2 goals, just about 46 seconds apart. Taken down was Casey Kelly, and Fairfield gonna get the first power play opportunity of the night. Coming at a good time. They gave up 2 quick goals, Luke, and now a chance just a minute later to have this man-up opportunity. It's Frank Alessi who's going to the box. And I said it a few times last night, it's always important early on in the season to obviously get the chance to work on your special teams. Everybody wants to work on your power play more than your penalty kill. But it's good to get those opportunities early on so you can figure out what's working, what's not working, what you need to fix, what you need to address. So that way later in the season, both power plays and penalty kill, they're rocking and rolling. Fairfield win the draw, doing a good job setting up. Puck movement, shot from the point, save, generated a rebound. It's gloved by Curry, the clearing attempt. Ronan Curry rims it around the boards to Cullen. Cullen starts to walk down, moves it low. Burke possessing, evaluating, gives it back to Cullen. Cullen, right flank, back to Cullen on the left side. Up top, shot, goes wide, rebound, another chance. DeCanio makes the glove save on Curry. Exactly 12 minutes left in the first period, 2-0 Farmingdale on 2 quick goals from Joe LaChase and Dylan Bridgewood. Brian Hall taking the faceoff for the Stags. Eric Immel for the Rams, and it's Hall who wins it. Push to Cullen. Little shot pass back door, didn't find tape. Mangiacopri down low for Hall. Stick up, and a penalty going to Brendan Burke. Whacked the stick out of the hands of Eric Immel, and it's an interference penalty. 2 minutes negates the rest of the power play. We'll have 4-on-4 hockey for 1:12. And Luke, we said big opportunity here for the Stags. Now it's just taken away 48 seconds into it. Open ice now. I think this obviously plays to the Rams, and especially how they've played through the first 8 minutes here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I think it was a little bit of a frustration call there. The Stags, they do love to move the puck through the middle on the power play, and Farmingdale wasn't really giving much up there. That's definitely their special key to that power play, and the defense for the Rams kind of took that away.
It's dumped all the way down, but winning the foot race is Sharfstein to negate the icing. And now trying to win the battle in the corner with Jacob Kravitz. Sharfstein tries to pass it out front. It's picked off by Ivers, another one of the freshman forwards for this Rams side that had a point last night. Ivers over the blue, dangles, backhand shot, and Dillner makes the stop.
He's definitely another guy that you're going to have to watch out for, 92, Ivers, alongside Kinkowski, as it seems right now as well.
Yeah, both Ivers and Kinkowski spent last season with the U18 AAA Long Island Arrows. Both were towards the top of their team as point scorers as well. So like Luke said, certainly 2 freshmen to look out for, not just this season, but for years to come. Fairfield enter the zone. Pulling and firing was Aiden Brazel, but it rims around the wall and goes out into the neutral zone. Kidd moves it to McKenna, D to D. And now McKenna drops it back for Kidd. Kidd's already shown he's got a lot of speed. Out of the box is Alessi, so Farmingdale on a power play. Kidd can't get the shot off, moves it back door. Swiped by DeCanio. Farmingdale get it out, but can't possess it, and it's dumped back into their end. 30-second power play here for the Rams. It's McGregor who picks up the puck and wheels up the ice. Over the blue, but offsides are the Rams. 10-11 left in the first period. 23 seconds left on the power play. Farmingdale up 2-1. Luke Judge, Travis Quigley here taking you through the call. Dumped in by Larico. Back to get it, playing it. Dump in, clearing attempt, I should say. Goes off the skates of Minio and out into the neutral zone. So one more regroup here for Farmingdale, but that's going to do it for the rest of the power play. Out of the box now is Burke, so 5-on-5 once again. O'Donnell moves it ahead. Duffy trying to toe drag, it's poked away. Diving to get it out of the zone is Ronan Curry. Fired up the ice by Quinones. It's going to be an icing. And now another face-off. But this time down in the Farmingdale end. Fairfield elects for it to be on the right side of Joey DeCanio. They win it back. Mangiacapri's shot is blocked by Minio. Good poke check from McGregor. Minio gets it to Larico in the middle. Trying to fend off the pressure. Can't get it deep. 3-on-2 for the Stags. Shot from Mandato is blocked. Clearing attempt from Minio. Stretch pass to Duffy. Missed the tape. Goes right on goal to Dillner. And he takes the whistle. A little over halfway through the period. Shots on goal, Farmingdale 9, Fairfield 4. Fairfield win the draw, looking to get it out. It's chipped to the middle by Iannella, not out. Now Iannella takes a hit. DeAndrea's shot off a body and just wide. Trying to roll off is DeAndrea one more time from the point. Quinones went off a stick. Bouncing puck into the slot. Keller can't corral it. High flip out of the zone. It's going to be a foot race for it between Rotan and Donnelly. Donnelly gets there. Rotan pokes it away. It's picked up and flipped out by Quinones, gloved by Zach Lee, and Lee puts it back into the Rams' end. Out of the zone, back with Lee one more time, fires it on goal. No pressure, so DeCanio plays it out. Quinones back behind the net, moves it up the wall for Signoretti, hits a skate, and pops up to the red line. One more time, Lee's going to dump it in. Rotan trying to win the battle here, plays the body, hits the ice, and knocks the puck free from Brendan Burke, getting the red line, dumping that one in, and headed off for a change, DeAndrea. Burns collects it, but his pass is picked off. With speed, losing his footing and falling to the ice on the drop pass was Brian Hall. Stretch pass, breakaway, Kankowski, forehand, backhand, glove save.
Great look by LeChase there. He didn't see him, but Kankowski was slapping a stick down for it.
Another good shot from Alessi from the point. Rebound generated. Alessi gloves down the rebound. But the D-to-D pass comes out of the zone, delayed offside on the Rams. Like you said, great feed there from Joe LeChase.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great duo in come due time, or I think I said that right, in due time between those two. Kankowski with a great view of the ice as a whole. He sees everybody, he finds open men, and Joe LeChase just knows how to finish the puck.
That was Good feed from LeChase. Konkowski gave him the shoulder shimmy, forehand, backhand. Dillner read it the whole way. Big save there. 7:05 left in the first. Face off to the right of Dillner. One back to McGregor. Walks and shoots. Deflected. Pushed away. Protecting the puck, Bridgewood. Moves it to Duffy. Poking at it is Hall. In the corner, Bridgewood throws a hit. Arm up. Penalty going against Bridgewood here. As soon as the Rams touch it, Duffy plays the body. Farmingdale now possess it.
Yeah, he'll get one there for elbow, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Bridgewood's got to understand he's a bigger guy. There's smaller guys out there. They're going to give him one if he's going in with a full head of steam, just trying to, kind of kill a guy.
Yeah. But, for the bigger players, that's when it's most important, ensuring that the hands are down, because even if they pop up a little bit, it's elbow every time.
Yeah, definitely.
Elbow, rough, whatever it may be. So ensuring that the hands are down can help minimize that call. But like you said, when it's Dylan Bridgewood, who's one of the bigger guys on the ice, and he's playing the body on someone who's, I don't want to say half his size, but someone who's smaller than him, absolutely, it looks sometimes more vicious than it actually is.
And he's a big guy, and man, can he move when he picks up his feet.
He's quick.
He's crossing over across the ice. You don't want to get in his way.
So another power play here for the Stags. McGregor steps up and plays the body out front. Shot blocked by Kravitz, and Keller sends it 200 feet. Fairfield doing a good job of getting themselves set up, but Fairfield, like you said, Farmingdale, like you said, Luke, doing a good job of clogging up the middle here. So you see again, middle clogged by Keller. He picks off a pass, and now Fairfield one more time are going to have to regroup. Kravitz doesn't get it all the way down, but still Fairfield looking to get into the O-zone on this power play. Little self-chip and poke deep by Curry. McGregor will get there first, plays it up the boards, right to Curry though. Minute 5 left on the power play, and Curry's going to stop up top. Left flank for McKenna. McKenna back to Curry. To McKenna one more time through the seam for Sharfstein. Curry, McKenna, one-timer, kick save, and cleared out of the zone by Johnny McCann.
You don't see much behind the play, especially when we're tracking the puck here, but Riley McGregor doing a great job of getting the big man, Aiden Brazel, out of the eyes of Joe DiCanio to make that big stop, and then later on, Johnny McCann shooting the puck down. It was a great job by McGregor.
Yeah, great penalty kill here for Farmingdale. Locking in on the special teams early on in this season. Had a power play goal last night and doing very well tonight here on the PK. Body thrown, shot blocked, bouncing puck, swipe down the ice one more time by McCann. That should do it. Stretch pass. O'Donnell off the bench touches the puck, and too many men now going against Farmingdale. So just 2 seconds left in the penalty to Bridgewood, but it's still going to be a Fairfield power play because now a bench minor going against the Rams.
That's a tough one to take. I mean, you're 2 seconds away from getting off of the penalty kill. No coach wants that. You don't want the too many men call. It's just pure stupidity based on the players just trying to get off on the ice, and it's not what you want to do.
Tough one to take, but I think you and I agree, Luke. That's one that you typically see early on in the season. I mean,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Everyone, the communication still trying to lock it down. Too many men is not something that is not infrequent early in the year. Farmingdale win the face-off back, and they're able to clear it out. Immel off the bench after Bridgewood comes out of the box. And it's a 5-on-4 once again here for Fairfield. Played around the wall. Zach Lee has it now across for Cullen. Cullen spins, plays it to the near side here for Burke. Burke kicks it wide. Hall back to Burke. Save made by DiCanio. Clearing attempt won't go. But the pass across from Cullen missed the tape of Mangiacopri and goes out of the zone. Chipped ahead, Brian Hall, the freshman from Sudbury, Mass, walks to the middle, lets one go, ramps up a stick and into the netting, out of play. .356 left in the first period. Minute 13 left on the penalty. The bench minor to the Rams for too many men on the ice. McCann wins the faceoff over Hall. Clearing attempt from Rotan. Stopped by Cullen. Pass back door off the skate of Mangiacopri. To the point for Hall. Left flank, Cullen. One times it into the slot. Both teams trying to find it. It's picked up by Lee. Lee slows it down a bit. Walks back middle, leaves it for Hall. Drop now for Cullen. The captain walks in, lets it go, and Kravitz, good positioning there, gets in the way. Puck once again up into the netting, and we'll do another face-off left of Joey DeCanio. Brazel wins the face-off. It's McKenna who beats one defender, beats another on the toe drag, tries to backhand it to the front. Was blocked. Backhander almost out. Now it gets out there. McCann doing a good job on the penalty kill for Farmingdale. McKenna D to D, and it's Ronan Curry who loses it to LaChase. LaChase with possession. Brings it around the net, looking for McCann out front. 2 seconds left. Rotan has it. Stretches it down the ice. Arm up, no icing. As we move right back into 5-on-5. Linesman deemed that Rotan got that one off before the penalty expired. Larico with a hit against the glass on Blake. Sharfstein to Brazel. Brazel fends off Burns. Out to the point. Shot hits a body, still loose. Another block by the Rams, another chance, another block by Burns. Spinning shot, Burns blocks it, and we got a penalty for slashing. We'll see who's getting the gate here. And it looks like it's going to be going against the Fairfield Stags. Aiden Brazel. Power play, Farmingdale. It's their second one of the night. Both teams have had a little bit of trouble getting things going on the power play, so we'll see if Farmingdale can set it up here. 2:10 left in the period. Fairfield win the draw, and they send it all the way down. Started with Casey Kelly, and then it was Lee getting it the rest of the way. Alessi with the puck out there with Konkowski, Bridgewood, Ivers, and Signoretti. Across for Bridgewood, who enters the zone. Stops up on the half wall to Alessi. Winds and fires. Rebound generated. Puck still loose. Signoretti to the point for Alessi. Saucer pass for Konkowski. Konkowski's pass low to Ivers was knocked away. Back to Konkowski. Alessi has it. Signoretti, one-timer save, rebound, scores! Thomas Ivers on the power play. It's his first career goal.
Travis, you said it. They were waiting to get this going, and they did. Moving the puck around just so slightly. Signoretti with a nice one-timer, and Ivers there to clean up the garbage.
And that's a great shot from Signoretti. From that kind of angle, you have two options. You're either picking top corner, blasting at 110 miles per hour like Ovi, or you're shooting low like Signoretti just did to generate the rebound. Absolutely perfect shot from Signoretti. Ivers right there to clean up the garbage. First career goal. Congratulations to him, and it's 3-0 Rams. Immel in on the attack. Spins around, moves it to the point. Kravitz puts it low into the corner. It's collected by Duffy, who takes a hit. Bridgewood backing him up, takes the puck from him. Bridgewood wheeling middle. He takes a hit. arm up. Penalty coming against Brian Hall. And the Rams just capitalized on the power play, and they're getting right back to it. And, of course, that unit coming right back onto the ice, Luke.
Yeah, as they should. I mean, listen, they got two of the freshman guys hopping out there. They've been great the whole game. I mean, Ivers and Kinkowski definitely showed it last night as well in their debut of this college hockey, and tonight they're doing just that. And they got the power play started, and they're going to do it again right now. We'll see what they got.
Yeah, last goal, Ivers, assisted by Signoretti and Alessi. Duffy stays out on the ice for this power play. Signoretti moves up top. Kinkowski there with him, rolls, shoots, shot gets blocked. And Cullen uses the glass to get it all the way down the ice. Under a minute left now in the first period. Signoretti plays it around for Bridgewood. Bridgewood evading some pressure from Burke, and now gets the wheels turning. Bridgewood, a lot of speed, tucks the right shoulder, tries to take it right to the net, but it's cleared all the way down by Curry.
As I said before, Travis, you see him, Bridgewood, he picks up his speed. He's going right to the net. And I don't know if you saw that. They tried to kind of push him off the puck there, and he went nowhere. He was going straight for the net.
Kinkowski, after entering the zone, gets knocked to the ice. Just 5 seconds left in the period. DeCanio's going to play it north. Signoretti to Duffy. One last shot. Duffy fires and just puts it wide. And that does it for the first period. A couple of extra curricular activities going on by the net. But a 3-0 Farmingdale Rams lead over the Fairfield Stags. Goals coming from Joe LaChase, Dylan Bridgewood, and Thomas Ivers getting his first career collegiate goal. And before we head to break, we'll break down that period real quick with Luke Judge. Luke, we said in the pregame how this was a rivalry matchup, and these two teams, there was a little bit of bad blood. There was going to be some physicality, and we know it was going to be a tight contest. I don't think either of us expected after 20 Farmingdale to be up 3-0.
No, I definitely didn't expect this big of a lead. I mean, then again, we mentioned before, it's the start of the season. You know, Farmingdale with their first game last night, getting the jitters out of the way. Fairfield here tonight, this is their first game on the road, especially too. But, you know, I think both teams did come out fast. They came out fast-paced. Both teams look great. You know, I think Fairfield, what they had going for them was their forecheck. It was very big, and they know that, you know, one of the weaknesses of Farmingdale is their defensive zone breakouts. So they kind of, you know, harped on that, got pucks deep, got more on the pucks. But, you know, one thing that they could do a better job of is definitely just getting more shots on net, kind of containing that puck and really cycling it, as well as finding open men in the middle. But then again, we did say that the Rams have done a great job of kind of unclogging the middle, getting the Stags out of the way, allowing Joe DeCanio to kind of receive those pucks and see where they're going, especially whether they're deflected or right on net.
Yeah, I think you just, like you said, we spoke about it a few times, the Rams doing a good job clogging the middle. I think that's on the Stags. They have to do a better job, I would say, of creating traffic in front of Joey DeCanio. He's seeing pucks a little bit too easily. Obviously, shots on goal right now, 11-7 in favor of Farmingdale. So certainly traffic is going to be a key for the Stags here. For Farmingdale, though, scoring those 3 goals obviously puts momentum way in your direction, but obviously, of course, adds confidence. Of course, for Thomas Ivers, the freshman, getting his first goal. Bridgewood now with 3 points in 2 games. Frank Alessi continuing to put points on the board, has a couple of assists through his first 2 games with the Rams. Confidence seems to be building, and we're only 4 periods into the season here for Farmingdale.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, listen, getting those rookies on the board right now is better than getting them on the board back down in December, because, you know, you put them out there, they play the game, they're able to kind of get in the mix and put some numbers on the board. It makes them feel good. It makes the guys that have been here for a couple years now, they're like, okay, we got these guys. We saw them all summer play. Now we're seeing them do the real deal, and they can hang with us, and we'll trust them and have their back. So, you know, but then again, being up 3-0, Fairfield's not a team to, push to the side and expect for them to just kind of roll over and lie there dead. They're going to come back out in the second period, clean a couple things up, and, focus on some of those things that they did very poorly on in the first period. But, don't go nowhere. They'll be back. And the Rams got to take that confidence and just kind of stay humble about it and keep doing what they're doing here.
Yeah, certainly a lot of hockey to go. And another thing, like we mentioned as well, first game of the season for Fairfield. So they got their first 20 out of the way, get those pregame jitters out of the way as well. A lot of new faces, some returning faces. It's always getting back into the swing of things. So we'll see if we see a different side of the Stags in the second period. For the Rams, of course, like Luke said, not going to want to change anything, want to keep the foot on the gas and keep the pressure on Fairfield. Zam just hit the ice, getting the first lap underway now, so we're going to take about a 10-15 minute break here. You grab a snack, get back on the couch, and get ready for the second period right here on the LI Sports Network. Travis Quigley, Luke Judge, taking you through it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Back live on the LI Sports Network, Travis Quigley and Luke Judge coming back from his intermission snack. Second period underway, and it's a Farmingdale power play on a fresh sheet of ice. 55 seconds left on that. And it's the Duffy unit. Duffy, O'Donnell, Larico, Minio, and McGregor out on the ice as Larico chips that one in. Larico to the point for McGregor. Back for Larico through the seam. O'Donnell stops up, shoots off the shoulder of Dillner, and picked up by Larico in the corner. For McGregor. Left flank, O'Donnell back to McGregor. Walks, shoots, deflected. Larico picks it up. One-timer, save, back door, knocked away. Loose in the slot. Larico shoots. It's blocked in the crease by Mangia Capri. Larico spins off, tries to backhand it to O'Donnell, ends up out of the zone. 5 seconds left on the power play. Duffy collides with Kelly. Minio out front. It's picked off out of the zone. Coming out of the box, Ned Malalepsi. Minio chipping it ahead. And dumped in further by O'Donnell. O'Donnell to Duffy. One-timer, puck goes through his skates.
A little too slippery out there for that pass.
Move to O'Donnell, who backhands it. Quinones, shot gets through. Right pad save made. Kicked ahead and now out of the zone. Turned over. Entering, pass. Cullen shoots. DeCanio squares it up, makes the save. Big stop there from Joey. 2-on-1, Luke, right as we got back to 5-on-5, and doing a good job getting post to post, keeping the Stags at 0. Farmingdale get it out. LeChase wins the foot race for it. Protecting the puck to the point. Shot ramps up a twig, out of play.
That's the type of forecheck we're looking to get out of the Rams there. LeChase kind of just waving off the icing on his own and just beating the defenseman to the puck, trying to make something happen there. And that's what you need. I mean, listen, you see an icing going, but you always got to try and beat the guy because that defenseman that's going back for that puck is usually kind of taking his sweet time.
Farmingdale win the draw, and Rotan puts it in the corner. Shot from the off angle from Konkowski around the glass and out of the zone. Danny Rotan back to pick it up. Rims it up the boards. Konkowski chips it. Knocked out by the captain, Johnny McCann. Quinones backhands it in. And Dillner's going to leave it behind. Put up the boards. LeChase picks it off. Looking for Konkowski in the slot. Couldn't find his tape. McGregor picked it off, and we got a penalty against Farmingdale for roughing.
Not sure if we got that, but McCann kind of coasting around. Looked like may have been a retaliation hit there, but McCann ain't the biggest guy, but his elbow was definitely doing a bit of a chicken wing there, kind of head hunting a little bit, and he'll sit for 2.
And Johnny McCann has been one of the best penalty killers tonight here for Farmingdale, so let's see how they adjust with him in the box. Good chance for Fairfield to get on the board, down 3-0 early in the second period. To the slot, shot, glove save to Canio, rebounds loose. It's held in the zone by Lee. Lee down the boards from Malalepsi, back to Lee. Mangia Capri to Malalepsi, who shoots. And DeCanio, shoulder save, drops into the blocker, takes the whistle.
I can never understand how the goalies kind of catch that shot, like either in the shoulder or in between, their torso and their arm. I really just can't grasp that idea. It makes no sense.
Yeah, all that padding. Block shot there from Keller. Puck sent out from Malalepsy. Cullen fakes the slap shot, gives it to Lee. Lee walks back for Cullen. Cullen to the slot. Shot, they score! On the power play, Brendan Burke gets the Stags on the board. It's 3-1.
Long overdue. Getting that power play going, moving the puck around, just finding the guy in the open middle. See, he's open. They did a great job kind of moving the puck around, making the Rams defense move a bit, as they've done a great job of kind of, making sure the Stags are out of the middle there. They just got caught puck watching a little bit. Great movement by the Stags and to finally get on the board here.
And you had two bodies in front. You had Malalepsy and the defenseman Jesse Burns. So definitely not easy for DeCanio to sift through that and find that puck. Big hit thrown by Bridgewood following that goal. Burke assisted by Cullen and Malalepsy on the power play. 3 minutes, 21 seconds in. Pass back door. Duffy can't get the shot off. Best chance of the period for Farmingdale. Icing's waved off. Alessi gets there first. Moving it up the wall, but battling are the Rams. Alessi uses the glass, kicked back in by Leary. Blake takes a hit from Burns. In there helping out now is Sharfstein. Blake has it, poked away by Frank Alessi. Alessi stretches the ice. DeAndrea with Duffy. DeAndrea pulls and shoots. Good shot there, save made. DeAndrea tied up, takes a hit, still battling for the puck, gets it to Duffy. Can't corral the bouncing puck. Rotan's shot is blocked. Sent up the wall by Kidd. Dumped back deep, pops out for Keller, who just cycles it into the corner. And we'll get a whistle, net comes off. No change for the Stags here. Or pardon me, the Stags do get a change.
Long shift there for Tim Duffy and Chris DeAndrea, putting in the work down low, letting Bridgewood kind of surf around in the high slot. But to correct you before, DeAndrea kind of threw that big hit, and he's another big body. He's a strong kid. He's tall. He's good on his legs, and him and Duffy just kind of putting in the work there. And Duffy unfortunately couldn't finish that open net.
Stags win the draw and put it right into the Rams bench, so get a face-off from the same spot. Yeah, DeAndrea didn't get in the lineup last night, playing his first game of the season tonight, and you can see he's hungry. He's got fresh legs. He's had a really solid game here so far through the first 25 minutes of it. Stags win the draw once again. Popped out. That was Turnbull who won the draw there. Keller gloves it down. Turnbull collects it off the boards and starts to skate it out. Leading the rush, Turnbull over the red, dumps it in. Forechecking hard, Iannella to Turnbull off the official skate. Iannella tries to shoot it, doesn't get it off. Signoretti trying to chip it past McKenna for Ivers, who was racing. Didn't get to him. Picked off, shot on goal is blocked. Fired down the sheet by Rotan, foot race. Coming out to play, it was Dillner because Ivers was going to win the race to the puck. Signoretti picks it off to the middle. Ivers trying to go backhand, forehand. Couldn't get it through. One more time, picked off by Keller. Shot was kicked away. Stags get it out. Played back to the near side. Off the wall. Shot from Turnbull. Turned away. Held in. Blocked out front. Rotan skating it himself. And knocks to the ice Kyle Donnelly. Pass goes through the skates of Donnelly and has the juice. It's an icing against the Stags.
Rotan just kind of walking into that offensive zone there, just kind of bulldozes him by. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, Danny Rotan, a little reverse hit right there. Carrying the puck and saw Donnelly line him up. He was like, nah, I'm not going to the ice, you are. Stags win the draw once again. They've been really good at the face-off dot here tonight. As they cycle it low, McGregor Puts it up the boards. Konkowski got a piece of it. Stretch to LaChase. LaChase enters. Saucer pass for Konkowski out of his reach. Back the other way, the Stags. It's a 3-on-2 that's developing. Mandato. Luca Mandato, self-chip. He's going to get there. Pass back door. Off a leg. It's knocked to the ice. Shoulder save. DeCanio. Kelly gets it and shoots. Goes around the wall for Lee. Lee off a stick. Deflected. Kicked away. Puck still loose. It's in the crease. Poking at it. Covering it. DeCanio. We get the whistle. And this score stays 3-1. Luca Mandato, hands on the head. Can't believe that puck didn't go in. I think he might think it's in. We'll take a look here one more time. As both sides whacking at it. Not the most conclusive look from our side of things. Looked like it was just laying in that blue paint. And DeCanio did a good job getting that right pad out. But Luke, I think you and I can agree on this. Different Stags team from the first period. And that's something we talked about going into the first intermission, how, you know, for Fairfield, first game of the season, guys had legs under them. I think, in my opinion, this is a different team than we saw in the first period. They look like they have their legs now, and their game plan is now working in their favor.
Yeah, I think a lot of it too. What happened in the first period, I think the defense was trying to play a little bit of offense, and the offense was playing too much defense. So I think a lot of guys are locking into their positions here and getting into the flow of the game now. And you'll see a different period from here on out, a different team from here on out. Excuse me.
One-on-one chance for Konkowski. Tries to make the move, is foiled by the solid defense from Ryan Dolan. Over the blue line. Malalepsi stops, shoots, blocker stop. Alessi moves it to LaChase, who fires it out. Foot race won by Konkowski. Good body positioning. He gets to the puck first and is going to circle around the zone, now out with it. Leaves it there for Burns. Burns dumps it in, takes a check. Minio and O'Donnell forechecking. Played off the net by Dolan. Silky play there. Stags can't get it out though. Larico enters, cuts through three guys. Shot from O'Donnell. Save made by Dillner. Got run over, made sure he showed that he had the puck. Nice glove save there. Beautiful move from Larico, Luke. Almost cut through three Stags defenders for the goal.
Yeah, that's Larico for you. I mean, he's going to put on a show no matter what. Try and dance around guys. Throw it top corner every time. Did a good job there. Just kind of got mogged. Ended up going to Minio, and just Larico kind of got sent across the crease there.
And great stop from Eric Dillner, the senior netminder from Madison, Connecticut. Got across, made a big save on O'Donnell there. 11:55 left in the second period. To Burns, and shot ends up hitting Minio up high. Alessi's blast from the point is blocked by the Stags defender. I believe that was Curry out front. One more shot from the point, blocked. Rebound, they score! Larico on the rebound. It's 4-1 Farmingdale. And he gets the monkey off the back.
Some good zone time there for the Rams. Before in the first period, we saw a lot of odd man rush goals, but here in the second period, they're starting to settle in on the offensive side of things, kind of move the puck around, go low to high, and just get guys right in front of the net there, and Larico finishes the job.
And we talked a lot about newcomers, Thomas Konkowski and Thomas Ivers. What about Frank Alessi, Luke?
Yeah,
Another assist for Frank. He's on fire in these first two games.
Well, listen, he's just getting a lot of pucks through. Not a lot of defensemen in this league can do that just as good as him. I mean, listen, he's got his head up the whole way as he's on the blue line, and he's shooting pucks through. If he doesn't have a shot, he's putting it in the corner. it's simple hockey there as a defenseman, especially on the blue line.
Impressive start to the Farmingdale career for Frank Alessi. Larico, the most recent goal scorer, fires another one. Minio puts it out front. Larico's backhander is turned aside. And we get the whistle.
I believe that pass from Minio was intended for Sean O'Donnell. Larico kind of coming across that slot center, kind of picking it up, and O'Donnell kind of giving you the old looking up to the sky, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they both were just in.
They're goal hungry though.
Yeah.
That line is so good for this team, and they're so great. They have a lot of chemistry, and they've been playing together for a long time now. But it's like your brother. Sometimes they get under your nerves. But you got a lot of chemistry with them. So I know that firsthand now. So.
Rimmed around the wall, kept in the zone, still battling for it. Was the Rams. Bridgewood trying to cut to the net, couldn't get through. Racing back for it, Quinones. DeCanio with a high saucer pass, bounces past Bridgewood, goes to Mangiacopri. Stretch pass is deflected into the zone by Ianella. Rotan took the body there, lost possession. DeCanio, good paddle, stops the pass out front and covers the puck to take the whistle. 4-1 Rams, 10:14 to go, second period. All the action right here live on the LI Sports Network. Don't miss a single Farmingdale State Rams home game. It'll all be right here, free on YouTube. Puck sent down, Bridgewood trying to beat it out. But Leary gets there first. Face-off back in the same spot. Farmingdale able to get it out one more time. But it's Fairfield in the neutral zone, pushing ahead once again. Turnbull with the pull and fire. Put it wide and off the glass. It's sent all the way down the ice. No icing there, picked up by William Kidd. Kidd up the board, sent in by Immel, who plugged up the wall there. One more time off the glass, takes a hop over Quinones' stick. Rotan backing him up, collects it, wheels around the net. Around the boards, Duffy out of the zone. Couldn't knock it forward to Bridgewood. Quinones chips it. Ivers on the forecheck. Duffy there now. Duffy to Ivers, back to Duffy out front, trying to go 5-hole. Save on the first and second attempt. Out front, Quinones started to wind up, but we got the whistle. Net came off.
I don't know if you saw that, Travis. A little nifty pass there by Ivers. Duffy kind of chopping it down into the right below the crease. Ivers kind of batting it down through his legs.
Yeah, quick
and
little.
Out to Duffy, and Duffy almost kind of potted that through 5-hole on. Excuse me. Dillner.
Yeah, quick little give and go.
Oh, I'm saying that right.
Nice
okay.
little play.
Right.
Yeah, you got that right.
All right.
Rams send it in behind the net of Dillner. And Ivers knocks it down on the forecheck, looking for Keller out front. Was broken up by Turnbull and comes out into the neutral zone to Riley McGregor. Stretch pass, Kravitz to Keller, touch to Ivers. Ivers for Keller, over
Beautiful.
for Signoretti. Signoretti fakes it first time and save from Dillner. To the point for McGregor, walks, fires, glove save. Dillner, whistle taken. Luke.
Sorry there, Travis. I was a little ahead of myself there. It was some good passing work there. It was great. Signoretti just kind of waiting a little too long there, trying to pick his spot. I know you're thinking the same thing because I'm thinking the same thing. We're both forwards growing up. You get that pass, you're gonna quick release, not even stick handle once. You're just gonna shoot that wherever it is, wherever you see netting first.
Lets the one-timer go there. That was stopped. Slap shot from the points, deflected. Signoretti into the corner. Yeah, absolutely. Just catch that pass and let it go first time. That extra move allows Dillner to get across and make the stop. McGregor with a nifty dangle there. Posted up behind the net to Kravitz. D to D. Ivers trying to go through the seam. Blocked. Collected. And pushed up the ice. Knocked in by Luca Mandato. Mandato. And we got a penalty behind the play.
We'll get both of them here, it looks like. I mean, they were kind of going at it the whole time there, Signoretti, after he kind of had that open net. Oh, doesn't look like Kelly will be going.
Yeah, it looks like it's just Signoretti here.
Yeah, they were going at it, though. I mean, you could have easily taken both, but at the end of the day, down 4-1, refs are going to lean towards a little bit more on the other side and see what we got here. I mean, I didn't mean that in any...
So tripping the call?
I don't know. I couldn't really tell. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, tripping.
Game stats.
Could have given him something.
Luckily we got these game stats. Even if we're wrong, they'll tell us what it actually is. And another penalty coming against LaChase here. Wrong side of the numbers when making contact. And Luke, both officials quickly arm up there.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you go into the boards like that and somebody kind of goes down, and whether it's a turn or whether it's a flat-out hit from behind, and you hear a crunch like that at those boards, you're going to take the guy immediately. You know, it's just a player safety call, especially because, you know, we've seen too many hits in our day, just guys getting, you know, totally blown up in the corner, and, you know, whether the officials didn't see it or, you know, they did see it and didn't look right, you know, you're always going to argue that call no matter what. So,
yeah, and you see the officials now having a conversation, which at least makes me think whether they're going to make this a 2-minute or a 5-minute.
Yeah, I mean, you know, to be completely honest, it did look like he was going to turn, but at the end of the day, he didn't turn. So, you know, his body was kind of going one way, but he, you know, LaChase kind of went into him and deflected him from turning. So I think that's what made it look a lot worse. But then again, you know, Cullen kind of ate it pretty good there in the corner.
Those situations, it's
a tough call.
It's hard when you're going in full speed, but you got to do what you can to try to slow down, make sure you're not catching them on the numbers.
Yeah, especially for the stripes, too. You're going to hear it from both ends. You know, you're going to hear, oh, he was turning. Oh, well, you know, he hit him from behind. So, you know, you just got to find a medium there and kind of go with it and, you know, hope it sticks. And as long as no one's hurt, that's pretty much the main thing here for the stripes.
That's the most important thing for sure. And official just explaining the call to both captains, Brendan Cullen and Johnny McCann. And we're still waiting on what the official word is. Believe it's going to be a check from behind penalty. Just the timing on it. Will it be a 2 or will it be a 5 is the main question here. And it's a 2-minute, so Farmingdale luck out. 5-on-3 though, and it's a long one for the Stags. About a 1:47 5-on-3 power play. Manja Capri, Cullen shoots, blocker save. And Cullen's pass to the point skipped past Lee, so they're going to have to break this thing out again. It's Lee with the puck, the assistant captain. Enters, beats 2 defenders, centering pass off the skates of Cullen. Alessi pushed it to the wall. It goes back into the corner right in front of that JetBlue sign. Fans in the crowd unhappy, looking for a call there. Officials keep the whistle in the pocket. Dragging, Lee shooting, save made, rebound. Now at the point, Manja Capri, right flank. Lee's shot is blocked by Alessi. Lee gets it back. Malalepsi, another block shot. This time it's McCann, deflected one more time. Rotan trying to clear, can't get it out. Saucer pass. Manja Capri shot, popped up into the air. Glove down by Alessi. It's up against the boards. To the point, Malalepsi walks. Right side, Manja Capri through the seam for Lee. Wasn't on his tape. Back to Manja Capri. Bounces off the stick to Rotan and fired down the ice.
Stags with some good momentum there. They just were looked like they got a little tired on that end there, but they were moving the puck nice, get some nice shots. And, we had a little extra commentary from the crowd up here as well as on the benches.
Yeah, 5-on-4, Signoretti out of the box, and now coming out of the box, LaChase. Yeah, some extra commentary, and of course, fans are passionate. They want everything to go their way. I think the refs have called a pretty fair game. They're letting the boys play here.
Agreed.
Which you always want to see. You'd rather let the play on the ice determine things, and I think they're making the calls they need to make. Keller enters. Knocks Mangiapane to the ice. Kravitz can't keep it in. He's knocked down. Leading the rush is Burke to the middle. Drop pass is picked off and sent the other way.
Well, listen, Travis, also at any Long Island game, you're going to be hearing commentary from the crowds. You're going to be hearing from the benches. You'll be hearing it from the ceiling.
Another penalty. I think it's just us Long Islanders. We got big mouths.
Yeah, everybody's got to have a say in things around here.
I'm guilty of it. You're guilty of it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, before I'm calling a game here and I see Signoretti get a nice pass, I'm like, oh, beautiful. I'm sitting here. I'm working right now. I got to stop.
Yelling like a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
but then again, I did play for them, so it's a little, I am a little biased, but at the end of the day, I try and give it out equally.
Yeah, I'd say
color commentating game.
When you got the headset on, you're wearing your neutrality jacket. You're doing all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
4:58 left in the second period. Another Fairfield power play here. Eric Immel to the box for holding. And Fairfield want to capitalize again. They did score on the power play earlier on in this period, but last two tries haven't been able to get anything going, especially that 5-on-3. And again, they're stuck back in their own zone, trying to break it out. LaChase just doing a good job as F1 of angling and not giving that lane to skate it out. Finding it now is Blake, who just drops it for Brazel, who tries to pass it back, stretching it. And LaChase, who was circling back, picked it off, puts it back into the Stag zone. Chipped up the boards. Brazel's pass picked off one more time by Johnny McCann, who's looking for puck possession time, want to eat some of this clock. Fire down the ice again, and getting there first is going to be Chris Keller. Keller wants to put it up against the yellow and kill some time. It's poked away almost immediately. Sharfstein splits the D, can't get a shot. Puck is still sitting there. Cycled low one more time. Brazel, Sharfstein, point now. William Kidd, Sharfstein, across, pulling and firing, blocked out front. Shot from McKenna. Back to McKenna. Bounces off the tape and cleared out by Quinones. Whistle, no change coming for the Rams here, is behind the play. The net was knocked off. 3:22 left in the period. 25 seconds left on the penalty to Immel. Luke, another good penalty kill here for Farmingdale.
Yeah, no, I mean, they're getting in front of shots. They're blocking the shots. Then again, you don't want to be on the penalty kill. I mean, listen, you're up 3 goals at the end of the day. Yeah, you got a little room to breathe, but you don't want to be on the penalty kill. You got to keep your composure, especially in this game. Fairfield's a great team. They're always going to come back and be ready to go the next shift.
They win the faceoff. Shot gets blocked from Lee. Getting in the way of that one was Johnny McCann. Cullen, seam pass. Mangiapane knocked down by Quinones. 10 seconds left on Immel's penalty. Point for Cullen. Winds. Slap shot on the bouncing puck. Is covered by DeCanio. Immel's out of the box in 4.
Just to add on what I was saying before, I mean, Fairfield's a great team where, they could be down, they could be up, and they still play the same game for 60 minutes. They're never going to go away. They're never going to stop pounding pucks. They're never going to stop forechecking. And, they're a very skilled team. They like to move the puck and get shots on net no matter what the score is. So, don't be surprised if they hop on a horse here and get going.
And back to even strength. Another strong penalty kill from the Farmingdale Rams. That one goes down the sheet for an icing. But again, good. Obviously, you don't want to be spending time on the penalty kill, but it's got to be good to know for Coach Joe Mazey and the rest of the staff that your penalty kill is performing so well this early on in the year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and the big thing is finding guys that are going to lay their body out and take those shots, you know, and block them, especially for your goaltender.
Malalepsi walked forward on the face-off. Couldn't get a shot, though. Gets it back on the half boards. Space to walk. Lets it fly. Saving it with the mask. DeCanio pushed ahead. Now Minio one-on-one. Tries to backhand it to O'Donnell. Doesn't get there. Eventually pops up. And Dillner is forced to glove it. 2:17 left, middle frame. Left of Dillner, and Turnbull wins it. Off the boards, it's chipped by Iannella. Carried in, Turnbull, backhand out front, nobody home. Farmingdale get it out. Larico one-hands it to collect it. Couldn't find O'Donnell with the pass. And was a 50-50 in the neutral zone, collected by Donnelly, but offsides. Going against Fairfield. And Luke, tonight is the first ever color clash game in the Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference. What an initiative they're doing. Kind of similar to the NBA City Edition and the NHL reverse retros. They got the color clash here. Fairfield in the all red, Farmingdale in the all black. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think you mentioned the NFL too. They do the color rush.
Color rush,
jerseys.
yep.
That stuff's great. I mean, it adds a little fun to it as well. But you know, every team now is, you know, they got like 5 jerseys or 4 jerseys. It's like which one's your alternate? I mean, you know, back in like the 2000s, I feel like it was just kind of 3 jerseys, but it's cool stuff.
Back in the day, it was just home away and you wore white at home.
Yeah.
Fairfield to the net, almost getting the chance there. Was Matty Dion sent down the ice for an icing. But you're right, it provides these teams a chance to show a little bit of flair, show some creativity.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these black unis are, you know, this concept has always been a thing. I think we had them last year. They added a little bit some different stuff to them this year. Kind of got rid of the Rams logo on the front, threw State on there, made it pop a little bit with some white. Looks great. I mean,
absolutely. I think both teams got some great jersey sets here, and we're into the final minute of the second period. Luca Mandato dumps it in deep. DeCanio rims it around the boards. Walking in, shot blocked, and out of play. 43 seconds to go, second period. Yeah, when I played, we didn't do cool stuff. It was just go out on the ice, play.
Yeah.
There's none of this extra stuff. Just go out there and play. To the point, Fairfield win another face-off. Got blocked. DeCanio stops that one, still loose behind the goal line. Sent out front, DeCanio paddled down. It's picked up. Curling, trying to get something going for the Stags is Thornton. Thornton takes a hit from Rotan. 2-12s going at it against the boards. Or pardon me, that was Keller. At the point, shot gets blocked. One more time, Leary puts it in the corner. 10 seconds left. Taking the hit was Cummings. 5 seconds to go. Puck into the slot. One-timer. Shot goes wide. And that does it for the second period. 40 minutes down. It's the Farmingdale Rams 4. The Fairfield Stags 1. Both sides getting on the scoreboard in that period. It was Brendan Burke on the power play early to get Fairfield and their scoring going. But Mike Larico about 5 minutes later made it a 3-goal lead once again, and that's how we stand through 2. Luke, both these sides headed to the locker room, getting ready for the third period. Just quickly, what do you think for Farmingdale? Actually, we'll start with Fairfield, the visiting team. What do you think Fairfield has to do here to, obviously 3 goals isn't insurmountable. You can come back from 3, but now you got less time to do it, just 20 minutes. What do you think the message is in the locker room for Fairfield on how to attack this third period and how they want to play the game in this third period?
I think a lot of it, I mean, listen, they're doing a good job in the offensive zone. Let's start with that. I mean, listen, they're moving the puck well. You know, they're getting some shots through, but not all. You know, I got to listen before I jump into that too. I mean, Joe DeCanio, he's doing great. He's standing on his head. He's making great saves. So I think that they got to do a little bit of a better job getting in front of him. You know, you saw that with their first goal. That's exactly what happened. You know, they had traffic in front.
Yep.
Was it on that 5-on-3? I don't think so.
Not on the 5-on-3.
Okay,
it was on the power play, but not the 5-on-3.
But I mean, regardless, you see, you know, you work off what you already have. So, you know, they have that first goal. They get it off of, you know, on the power play with guys in front. But that's a big thing for them, you know, just clogging the middle. And I think Farmingdale's done a great job of that, but there's got to be some other ways they can. I think cycling the puck is one thing, and just kind of moving Joe DeCanio from side to side, maybe finding a guy back door a little bit, not so much just kind of throwing it on net. But they've done a good job. They've had opportunities, but I got to give it to DeCanio. He's having a great night.
Yeah, Joey DeCanio has been solid, and of course we'll slide over and evaluate Farmingdale. I think it's been a pretty flawless 40 minutes. I think that second period, a little bit of a too much parade to the penalty box. I'd say you would agree with me on that one. So, of course, we'll both say this, third period can't go to the box, but for Farmingdale, what's the message that Coach Mazey's given to the boys in the room, and of course, how are they going to best hold on to this 3-goal lead and start the season off 2-0?
Yeah, I mean, I really just think that he's just going to tell them, hey, listen, keep your composure, keep your confidence, and, you know, just go out there and keep doing the little things, you know, getting the puck out, getting the puck deep, sending 2 guys on the puck. Maybe, you know, the third period they kind of hold back a little bit just to make sure that they're all in position and in the right places. I mean, you know, like we were saying before, their chemistry on their forward lines are so deep. You know, you go with that Minio line with Minio, O'Donnell, and Larico. That's a line that's been together since the start of last season. You know, you got a finisher. You got a guy that's going to go to the dirty areas, and you got a guy that's going to feed the puck. It all kind of starts with that, and I think if they just kind of build off that line, they've shown a point here tonight. They have Larico kind of tucking one in the back of the net, but they do both. You know, they play both sides of the game, whether it's defense or offense. But, yeah, overall, just kind of keep the composure and keep it going. I mean, that's all I can really say. I mean, other than staying out of the box. I think that's always been a problem for them. But, you know, in this league, that's kind of what you get out of it.
Yeah, and, you know, like we said, beginning of the game, rivalry matchup emotions are going to get a little bit high at times. So you can see why there's penalties being called. You know, of course, some of them preventable. And I think if I were Coach Mazey, I'd be saying that to the boys. You know, some of those penalties we shouldn't be taking, but that's the game of hockey. You know, it's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, and especially this early in the season, guys are going to get ahead of themselves and you know, throw a big hit. Everybody wants to make the crowd go ah. So
true. We all want those ooh and ah moments, and we all want something good to put on Instagram at the end of the night. Yeah. So Zam's on the ice now, giving it a cut. We got about 15 minutes, probably closer to about 12 now, until we're back for the third period. Farmingdale State College Rams 4, Fairfield University Stags 1. Luke Judge on color commentary. My name's Travis Quigley. You're tuned in live on the LI Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the final 20 of tonight's game. Back on the LI Sports Network, third period is underway. Johnny McCann wins the faceoff to get things going, but it's gloved down and Fairfield headed right back in the Rams' direction. McCann with the puck. Pass through the middle is picked off. Travis Quigley, Luke Judge here taking you through the call here tonight. It's 4-1 for the Farmingdale Rams. 3 goals in the first period, 1 in the second. Just 1 Stags goal on the power play early on in that second period is how we got to this point. Thomas Ivers, the freshman, getting his first collegiate goal back in the first. Dylan Bridgewood, Joe LaChase as well. Larico adding to the Rams total in the second period. It was Brendan Burke for the Stags. Puck now with Lee, chips it past Alessi. Takes a hit from McGregor. Malalepsi spins and puts it into the slot, and it's picked off by Kinkowski, who gets it out of the zone, heads off for a change. Pass out of the reach of Brazel, and it's an icing going against Fairfield. Both Brazel and Dion are like, well, looked like, thought I touched that. I got a piece of it. The linesman's like, nope.
That's always the claim.
That's an icing.
I was doing the same thing.
I think I probably was too, so don't blame him. Fairfield win the draw, and McGregor holds it in the zone. Minio gloves it. It comes out. McGregor brings it back in, and offsides going against Farmingdale. Shots in the second period were 13 for Farmingdale, 12 for Fairfield, 24-19 the totals for each side. McGregor on the backhand. It's picked off by Blake. It's played around the far wall, and Minio with some speed now gets it out, slides it over O'Donnell, and that one gloved by Dillner. Got to stay away from the glove-handed Dillner. It's been pretty solid here tonight.
Yeah, he's been doing a good job kind of trapping in everything there.
And both teams, I mean, I don't think either of them have scored a goal. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think they've scored a goal clean. It's all been rebounds or goals with traffic.
Yeah, odd man rushes.
Odd man rushes, yeah. That 2-on-1, post to post.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you get into a game like this, it's going to be rough and chippy in all areas on the ice, so it's going to be tough to score.
Duffy shot through a couple of legs once again.
Nice save there by Dillner. I mean, it's hard to kind of see those and track those pucks, especially off the rush. I mean, I was going to mention before, too, you know, when that O'Donnell line is out there with Minio and Larico, they're always kind of just throwing 3 guys down the middle, and it's tough for a goaltender when you see that. You're like, okay, all right, who's got the puck? Where's it going? It could go anywhere at that point.
Spinning shot from Bridgewood's turned aside. Puck is still free. Quinones' shot's blocked. Duffy off the boards. Quinones walks, fires, shoulders stop by Dillner.
Another one of those stops that we were talking about. It's like I still just can't understand that.
It's just like up in that neck area. It's
yeah,
like,
I mean, like when you're playing and you see a goaltender make a stop like that on you, you're like, all right, you saved it. But especially after watching it now that I'm all retired and whatnot, you can agree to this, Travis. You see things a little differently, especially from up here.
Definitely. Up here is a different viewpoint than anywhere else. It's rimmed around by Rotan. Duffy on the off angle. Another save by Dillner. And he'll take another whistle.
Just throwing everything at this guy. He's got an answer for everything, too.
And you can tell Tim Duffy wants to pick up where he left off last season. Was leading scorer of this Farmingdale team.
He's throwing everything he can at that net. It doesn't matter.
Last night you saw it. You're seeing it again tonight. If he has a chance to shoot it, he is going to shoot it. Fairfield out of the zone. Shot from Turnbull's blocked. Played out front. One-timers pushed wide. Best chance of the period so far for the Stags. Rotan blocks the pass. Plays it around the wall looking for Quinones. Duffy comes down and chips it. Can't get it out of the zone. Now it comes out. Chipped in, delayed offsides, going against Fairfield. Bridgewood just going to slow the play down a little bit. Moves it to Rotan. Rotan fires it into the Fairfield bench. Right of DeCanio. DeAndrea started jumping that one. Played off the glass by Burns. Leaping and keeping that one in is Manja Capri. Good hops, even though he's on skates. Stretch pass missed Ivers. It's spun out of the zone, and Keller chips it back in. Lee, stretch pass, breakaway. Luca Mandato shoots. DeCanio kicks that one away. Great stop, Joey DeCanio on Luca Mandato. Battle in the corner. Keller kicks it around the wall for Alessi. Backhanded through the middle. It's picked off. Stick lift by DeAndrea. Rams still can't get it out. Now they do. DeAndrea charging down the ice like a bull trying to get that thing out. Stretch pass, DeAndrea flips it in. Mangia Capri jumps. DeAndrea turnover. They score! Second of the game, Thomas Ivers. It's 5-1 Rams.
A lot of back and forth on that play, but just never really giving up on the play. Chris DeAndrea doing what he does best. Giving it to Ivers, and he's sealing the deal any day of the week with that.
That's hard work personified right there from Chris DeAndrea. Started with him back in the defensive zone and keeps chugging down the ice, forces the turnover in the high slot, gives it to Ivers for the mini breakaway, and no mistake from the East Islip native. Slides at 5-hole, second of the game. Extend the lead for the Rams. LaChase's shot off the blocker and into the netting, out of play. 15:34 to go, and this game has been all Farmingdale State. Farmingdale win it back. Mascaro played it down the boards. Back to Angelo Mascaro. Shot gets blocked. Stretching, trying to get a breakaway is Burke. Looking to touch it to Cullen. Kravitz picked it off. Rims it to LaChase. LaChase, stretch pass looking for Konkowski. Konkowski stops up. Looking to backhand it ahead. Stolen. Drop pass for Burke. Burke lets it fly. Rebound still loose. Malalepsy walks in. Can't get the shot through. Looking for Burke in the slot. Skipped past him. Toe drag. Another one. Blocked in front by Mascaro. And backhanded out of the zone by Quinones. Chance for Konkowski on the breakaway. And Dillner makes the save. Now we got some pushing and shoving. John Sandos continuing to blow on that whistle. Players not listening. Linesman Henshaw and Roth diving in there, separating bodies.
Looks like Konkowski's going to get one here.
Yeah, I think that extra shot.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I mean,
Right
he's
at
a
the
little
end.
guy, you know. I mean, you look at him off the ice. I think he weighs about, $145, maybe even 150.
Soaking wet, buck
Yeah.
45, yeah.
I mean, listen, he plays like he's 6'2" and 200 pounds, but I mean, throwing a guy like that into the wall, I don't know.
He's listed on the roster as 5'7", $141.
All right, so I wasn't too far off.
not
I
too
gave him
far off.
gave him a couple pounds there.
But you know how us hockey players are. We always, 5, 10 pounds extra.
Yeah, of course.
So wouldn't be surprised if he's about $130.
Yeah. But hey, plays like a 6'2" player,
yeah.
200 pounds. I mean, you saw it right there. He kind of gave the guy a little toss from the corner.
Not backing down at all.
No, but he'll sit for two.
But
on this.
again,
Yeah, getting
like
back
we talked
on the
about,
play.
second intermission. Don't want to be parading to the box. Another power play here for the Stags. Lee, not really a shot there. I think it was more of a pass, just a little bit too much elevation on it. Mangiacopri fans on his pass to the point, and Minio is able to send it 200. Lee stops up behind the net, setting things up, and is going to start the rush. Lee across for Blake, enters the zone, hits the linesman in the skate, Kyle Henshaw, inadvertently. The point. And that one's blocked by Minio once again. Out front, Brazel shot while getting hacked down, and DeCanio another save.
I think a big thing for the Stags is like this is a big power play here. You got just under 14 minutes to go. Settle the puck down, take your shots. Right there, Brazel's kind of trying to go to the net and kind of do it himself. But at the end of the day, you got guys open on the back door. You got to pick your shots here. You can't just throw everything and try and do it all one-man show. But being down 4 goals now.
Yeah, plenty of hockey left, but Fairfield definitely want to get on the board soon. Need momentum in their direction. Back to the point. One-timer's blocked. DeCanio having trouble tracking it. Larico scooped it up in the slot and fires it down the ice. Just 50 seconds left on the Fairfield power play. Chase McKenna back. Drops it for Cullen. Cullen. Couple crossovers, has some speed, and a penalty against Malalefsky. Ran into Larico at the blue line, and now it's going a 4-on-4.
Yeah, couldn't quite see that. It looked like a little bit of a slew foot, maybe a accidental collision there, but
yeah, I think Malalefsky was just trying to get out of the zone, tag back up, and Larico, who was skating backwards, they crashed into each other. Again, though, both officials quickly arm up. They both had the. You can't go against the officials when they're both putting their arm up for the same thing. That means they're both obviously agreeing with each other on the call.
Yeah, they're seeing something that most of us aren't seeing right then and there.
And I can almost guarantee that they're reading the official rule books. We're not.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
They know the calls better than we do. But nonetheless, 4-on-4 hockey, a lot of ice for these two teams. Burns takes a hit, little self-chip, puts it into the corner. It's rimmed around, but Duffy's there to stop it. Cycled back in. William Kidd collects it. Pinching down Burns, trying to plug the boards. Bridgewood can't keep it in, but does possess it. Gives it to Duffy, who just gets out of the zone in time. Carries back in. Duffy on the backhand, lets it go. Nothing. Bridgewood to the point. McGregor to Bridgewood, diving in. Pass is picked off. Out of the box to defend Konkowski. And good thing he was coming. It would have been a 2-on-1, possibly a 2-on-0. Poked away. Chance for the Stags. Nice play from Frank Alessi. I'm going to say it again here, Luke. Frank Alessi, really, really solid opening weekend for him. Duffy over the blue, tucking the shoulder, can't get it to the front of the net. Takes a hit that actually knocked down Dillner. Someone lost a glove as well.
I believe it's Duffy.
It is Duffy, yeah, lost that right glove. It was dumped in on DeCanio, who leaves it for McGregor. 35 seconds left on the Farmingdale power play. Ivers, 2 goals, he's on hat-trick watch. Behind the goal line, stops up, out front. Nobody there, now it's a shorthanded 3-on-1 rush. Stretch pass, walking in, shot, rebound, save, scores! Shorthanded goal, Chris Cummings, 5-2, and that's a big one for the Stags.
Yeah, just kind of.
You see that one there, yeah, Luke. If we could, Paul, if you could run that one for us again.
Yeah, just pop it out. I mean,
might have came off the bottom of the glove of DeCanio.
Yeah,
it looked like it hit
really
something before it went 5-hole, yeah.
Kind of just firing at it and just waiting for it to go through him. I mean, trickling it. Listen, looks like a snipe on the score sheet. Cummings is going to like that one because it's going to put them, in a reasonable spot to come back in this game. But, it's really what they needed.
Certainly, 11:20 to go. Now back to 5-on-5 hockey. Shorthanded goal there for Chris Cummings. And generating a 3-on-1 shorthanded is not easy. Following it up like that, being there for the rebound, smart hockey play, and the beneficiary Cummings putting it home. McCann shot right into the Stags logo of Dillner for the whistle. 10:56 left in the third period. Can Fairfield mount the comeback after that goal?
Definitely a team that's capable of doing it.
Face-off won there by Malalepsy. Sent around for Cullen. Cullen fans on the clearing pass, so a shot from LaChase hit the back wall. McCann for LaChase. LaChase looking for Konkowski. Picking it off was Burke. Burke can't get it out first try. Second try goes to McCann. Didn't like any passes, so dumps it in. Johnny McCann looking to head off for a change now. Get some fresh legs out there for the Rams. Forecheck from Konkowski forces a turnover. Back with Malalepsy, who uses the wall, gets it out of the zone, but it will be an icing. No change coming here for Fairfield.
A timeout from the Stags. Regroup a little bit off of that icing.
So interesting call for Fairfield here. Like Luke said, taking the timeout, 10-12 left in the third period. You think, you would think possibly they're down by 3. What if they score 1 or 2 and then it's a 5-4 game with 2 minutes left? They might need the timeout then.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it's a bad call. I mean, listen, you get one on the shorthanded goal. You know you can score with a man down. That shift by Farmingdale was good. They're applying pressure. They're putting shots on Dillner. And, you got a tired group out there. You want to, prevent anything else from happening, prevent any more goals going in and putting Dillner on a silver platter for these Rams right now because they're really peppering them with shots. So, take a timeout, get some fresh legs out there and get back to it. Being up, not being up a goal, but just putting one in the net.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think this is actually a great time to call the timeout. Like you said, you call the timeout, which allows you to put some fresh bodies on the ice following the icing. But it also allows you to bring the group together with about half the period left, right after that big goal, like you mentioned, and kind of rally the troops for this final 10-12 and see if you can mount this comeback, at least at minimum, try to push it into overtime. Farmingdale were able to hold it in initially, but now it comes out to Ionella. Ionella's pass to Turnbull was out of his reach, and now it's poked out by DeAndrea. Ivers takes a hit, slapped into the zone by Donnelly. DeCanio leaves it, and Alessi, using the boards, clears it. Chipped into the zone, back out with Burns. Battle in front of the Rams bench, and it's pushed ahead. Now poked forward, walking in DeAndrea, centering feed. Ivers on the backhand. Couldn't bury it. Dillner gets across and swallows the puck up.
DeAndrea and Ivers just kind of going to work together, DeAndrea is just a total workhorse. He's never going to give up on the play. He's always going to forecheck. He's always going to back check. And you got a great guy like Ivers just sitting there waiting for DeAndrea to come out with the puck. And, he's finding him. And, Ivers has 2 goals on the night because of that.
Yeah, establishing some chem early on here. Bridgewood with it to Duffy. One-timer from the goal line. It was stopped by Dillner. Back with Bridgewood, who cycles it. Foiled there by Blake and rimmed around the wall. Sharfstein looking to get it out. Can't. Shot's blocked. Now it comes out to Sharfstein near side of the ice. Enters. Pulls up. Tries to let one fly. It's slowed up by McGregor. Looking to curl out is Brazel. Cycles it in. Hits McGregor in the chest, who puts it onto the ice. Goes behind the net for Kravitz. Kravitz high flip out of the zones, gloved by Manja Capri. Enters off sides. 8:40 left in the third period. Farmingdale Rams 5, Fairfield Stags 2. You're watching live on the LI Sports Network. My name's Travis Quigley. Joining me, former Ram Luke Judge. Been a great game here, and the Rams opening weekend had the home opener tonight. The color clash tonight. First game in the ECHC initiative. Body check thrown by Sean O'Donnell. Larico having trouble getting it out. Leary doing a good job on the boards. Now it comes out, sent in by Cummings, most recent goal scorer in this game. Larico stretched across for Minio. Minio to O'Donnell, foot race for it. O'Donnell gets there, backhander over the shoulder of Dillner. Out of the zone with some speed. Leary takes a hit from Rotan. Quinones pokes it past him. Backhand goes off a body into the air. Quinones, second try, gets it out. D-to-D pass. Cummings into the zone. Rotan's going to collect it. Rims it hard. It's picked off. Cullen, snapshot, blocked by Rotan. Larico flipped out of the zone. Spinning off the pressure is Dion, Matty Dion. Rotan blocks another one out front. Dion to the slot. Malalepsi shoots. DeCanio parries it away. Comes out of the zone. Dion collects it. Curls in again. Beats Quinones on the ice. Backhand across from Malalepsi. Stand-up D from Danny Rotan. Johnny McCann now charges down the sheet. Weaves to the middle. Backhander is gloved by Dillner.
Johnny McCann catches some speed right there, right off the bench. I mean, Stags had a good shift there, moving the puck around and on DeCanio, getting some nice shots through, and Johnny McCann just comes with a full head of speed on that tired defenseman, walks right by him, does a little dipsy doodle, and Dillner there to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, silky mitts from the captain right there. And he wins the faceoff. LaChase's shot. Blocker down, back into the slot. Collected. Konkowski, backhand looking for LaChase on the back door. Couldn't get to him. It's kept in the zone, though, and Konkowski will be F1 on this forecheck. Manja Capri beats him. Held in by McCann, low for LaChase. Joe LaChase to the point. Alessi fakes the shot, now lets it go. McCann deflects it wide. Up the boards. Still not out for the Stags. Konkowski working hard back, keeps it in. Now driving the net. LaChase looking for him, finds him now. Konkowski out front. Picked off by Donnelly. Skated out by Iannella, offsides against Fairfield.
Fairfield catching themselves offside a couple of times here, trying to break into the zone. I think they just got to go back to their original game plan from the start, just kind of chipping it in deep on the Farmingdale defenseman and just kind of going to work on the forecheck. That was really working out for them in the beginning of the game.
Comes forward, DeAndrea chips it right on goal, splits the D, and draws a penalty. You cannot question the work ethic of Chris DeAndrea. Drawing the penalty there. It's Sharfstein who's headed to the box. Interference, the call. Luke DeAndrea had 13 points last season. Didn't get into the lineup last night, but the way he's playing right now, I think Coach Mazey's going to have a tough time taking him out.
Yeah, listen, absolutely. Like I said before, anytime he's in the lineup, he's ready to go no matter what. I don't think anything really, hurts kind of his confidence, whether he's in or out of the lineup. He's just the guy that you know what you're going to get out of once you put him in there, and he's going to show up.
I was going to say, like I said just before, you can't question his work ethic.
No, absolutely not. I mean, listen, you get into a game like this, going against a rival, a gritty team that's going to show some grit, some physicality. You got to get a guy like Chris DeAndrea who's not afraid to muck it up in the corners and really get in on the forecheck. As you've seen, you got a guy like Ivers, freshman, straight out of high school. He's a very skilled player. He's gritty as well, but, you want to throw somebody in there that's going to get him the puck, but also do a little bit more dirty work for him.
Yeah. And, obviously, I'm not in the room. I don't know all the guys personally, but you have your glue guys off the ice. One-timer from Signoretti goes wide. You got your glue guys off the ice who are there, keeping the team together, personality, making sure everybody's always hanging out, Maybe it's the guy who's delivering the most jokes in the room. Those are your glue guys off the ice in the room. But a glue guy on the ice to me is someone like Chris DeAndrea, who's working hard and leading by example. Might not blow you away on the stat sheet, but he's doing all the little things right.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's getting rewarded for it here tonight. I mean, playing with a guy like Ivers is definitely, a plus for him. Gives him a little bit of room because, he's throwing the puck somewhere, and it's finding a guy like Ivers, he's going to finish the puck.
And Ivers takes a big hit there, looking for Bridgewood. Pass skipped his stick. Over the red line, shorthanded are the Stags. Chance out front is turned away. Big stop there on Gallagher. Konkowski comes back, inside out, behind the cage, finds Ivers. McGregor, D to D. Kravitz winds and fires, gets blocked. 45 seconds left on the power play. Konkowski behind the net. Thought about the wraparound. Curls up, swivels the hips. Moves it to the point. McGregor walking, shooting off a stick. Still trying to get it out the Stags. Now they do. DeCanio leaves it for Kravitz. Just 15 seconds left on the power play. And it's McGregor. North for Minio. Minio to Ivers. Through the middle. Ivers spins, hits Minio. Minio shoots, it's blocked. And cleared out once again. No icing here. Rotan's going to collect it. Has a little bit of time before Cullen comes in on the forecheck. Stretch pass is picked off. And DeCanio, no trouble there. Steers that shot into the netting. 3:46 left in regulation. And the Stags getting an extra skater out on the ice. Dillner headed to the bench. Sharfstein coming on for him. And he's going to line up right in front. Rams win it back. Mascaro around the boards. It's held in the zone. Shot is blocked by Rotan, who uses the wall to get it out. Goes all the way for the icing. 3:33 to go. And Luke, for the Rams now, it's just don't give the Stags any grade A opportunities. I'm sure if this final 3:33 takes 15 minutes, they're okay with it. They don't care if they're going to continue to ice the puck down as long as the Stags aren't getting shots on.
Yeah, I mean, this is crunch time. You give them an opportunity to score, they're going to finish it. I mean, this is their bread and butter right here.
Out front, blocked again. High slot, they score! The spinning shot from Robert Sharfstein, and it's a 5-3 game.
Yeah, well, listen, Travis.
Just said it, Luke.
Yeah, just said it. I mean, listen, you give him opportunities, you give him some room in front. Nobody's really kind of harping on the puck there. Kind of just watching a little bit, letting him shoot. Like I said, give them an opportunity. The Stags are going to score. They're a great team, and they're definitely going to, show a little bit of urgency, especially with 3.5 minutes to go, down 2 goals now.
And you see Sharfstein using the traffic once again.
Yeah.
On the shot, put it low, made it tougher for DeCanio to see it. And that's how they've beaten him pretty much on every single goal, either rebounds or traffic.
Yeah, and that goes with, the Farmingdale defenseman. It's like, Joe DeCanio, he's had a great game, yeah, but he's not going to come out in the slot and cover the puck for you. You got to do the work.
Farmingdale able to clear, obviously, back to 5-on-5 here with Dillner back in the cage. And we get a whistle.
Yeah, well, it looks like the Stags are keeping out their top guys right now. They're going to throw out, sorry, I can't even pronounce his name. Sharfstein again. Last goal scorer now. You got DeAndrea out there for Farmingdale, another grit guy, as well as Duffy.
Good face-off win for Farmingdale. Alessi dumps it deep. Keller on the boards, couldn't collect it. It's chipped back out by the Stags, and Alessi being pressured hard by Brazel. Nice spin off there. Uses the boards, hits Duffy, and then a member of the Rams team on the bench. 2:38 left in the third period.
Farmingdale going to make a quick change there. Sorry about that, Travis.
No, you're good. And
throwing out McCann and LaChase, they're PK1 guys.
And I'm a fan. I'm of the mindset final 5 minutes, you want to keep everything super quick. As Fairfield win another draw, the shot was blocked and ended up in the corner. LaChase on the backhand sends it all the way down the ice. Dillner is back on the bench, and that's an icing going against Farmingdale.
Yeah, listen, I mean, as I said before, you got your 2 top PK guys out there. You got your skill guy, Kankowski, out there, just in case you need somebody to send it down the ice and whoever's going to take that shot. Your top D pair that's been great tonight, Alessi and Burns. Burns just a lockdown defender, and Alessi can do it all.
Shot from Brazel off the face-off win. Right in the breadbasket there of DeCanio. Blake and McCann will do it again. Same spot. Blake wins it again. Kankowski gets through, got it past Brazel, but couldn't get it past the defense. And now Kankowski is racing down. No icing on the play. Picks up the rolling biscuit. Tried to send it all the way back. It was knocked down by Brazel, and Fairfield carry. Iannella enters the zone but lost it. Kankowski knocks it down at the red line. Backhands it deep. Collected and now carried by Dion. Dion over the blue line. Shoots it. Covered up by DeCanio.
Somebody's definitely going here.
Extra pushing and shoving. We'll see.
Yeah, Matthew Dion coming in there with a full head of steam. Just kind of faking guys out. I mean, listen, he's not going to do anything crazy, but jumping over to Canio and then guys getting all flustered around the net. You don't want anybody touching anybody, especially the goaltender.
I think that's
so much time left.
I think that's the first rule you learn when you're playing mite hockey.
Don't touch the goalie.
Don't touch the goalie. Sent all the way down by Bridgewood looking for the empty netter and puts it wide. 1:46 to go. And clock might have ran an extra second or two. Fairfield coaching staff quickly bringing it to the officials' attention. They want every second they can get. But yeah, like you said, Luke, I think that was the first rule we learned was don't touch the goalie. Don't let somebody touch your goalie.
Don't touch the goalie and carry your own bag.
Yes, carry your own bag. That's absolutely for certain. Fairfield win the draw. Cullen's shot is blocked by Bridgewood. Another shot blocked there by Immel. Clearing attempt doesn't go. Cullen keeps it in on the backhand. Fed to Malalepsi, who blows a tire. Gets it to the point. Lee winds and fires. Blocker down. Steered to the corner. Now out in the slot. Duffy collects it. Skates past one Stag defender. Gets the red line. Dumps it in deep. Bridgewood right there on the attack. 1:20 to go. Played up the boards. Cullen dumps it deep. Chasing after it, Gallagher. Gallagher loses it. Gets it back. Looks to move it to the point. Sends it all the way back. Almost inadvertently into his own net. But with 1 minute to go now, Fairfield down by 2. They got to break out once again. Burke stretched across, dumped in by Gallagher. Malalepsi, Quinones racing after it. Tied up. 3 Stags, 2 Rams looking for the puck. 40 seconds to go. Quinones just eating it. Kicks out to McCann. McCann using the glass. Ahead for Ivers. Ivers to Duffy. Duffy over the blue line. Misses.
Oh, Duffy's going to be hearing that one later.
Manja Capri ahead. Malalepsi touches to Gallagher. Gallagher puts it deep and takes a hit in front of the Rams bench. Pushing and shoving going right now between Gallagher and I believe that was Quinones.
A lot of chatter coming from the bench there.
I was going to say, Gallagher was definitely hearing it from the Rams bench.
Yeah, totally outnumbered there, but, they're on the bench, he's on the ice. What are you going to do? You can't hop the bench and beat the crap out of him.
17 seconds to go here in regulation.
That's probably like the most lonely feeling ever, Like you get hit in front of the bench and the whole bench just comes over you and they start chatting you up. I just stopped talking.
Yeah.
I literally just look at them and start laughing. I'm like, I'm at a loss here, guys.
Make you more
I
mad.
can't defend myself now. You guys
Gallagher.
are all going to hop on me anyway.
Yeah. Gallagher and Quinones both headed to the dressing room. Get the showers warmed up for the boys. Never say never, but just 17 seconds left. I think the Rams will be able to lock this one down. Dillner back to the bench, 4-on-4. So with Dillner on the bench, it turns into a 5-on-4 mini power play here for Fairfield. Face-off one back to Rotan. And we got a whistle there. Keller just jumped onto the ice, and now it's a too many men penalty on Farmingdale. So now I think with obviously 13 seconds left, it's obviously not all ceremonial, but now it's a 5-on-3 with the net empty. Too many men penalty going against Farmingdale.
Now they got to take a guy off. Now guys out there.
Now they got to take a guy off. Ivers headed to the bench. Phenomenal game today for Thomas Ivers. Malalepsy, McCann at the circle. McCann wins it. Rotan fires it down, and that should do it. Crucial face-off win from the captain. It's collected by Cullen. 3-2-1. One last shot down the ice. McCann blocks it. And the Farmingdale State Rams start the Empire season off 1-0. They sweep the opening weekend 2-0. They get a little bit of revenge from the 2024 ECHC Championship game. And they take this one, final score 5-3. Luke, what a game that was, huh?
Yeah, I think it was just a full 60 minutes played by Farmingdale. You know, offense and defense, they did a great job. Then again, you know, they have that kind of stinging memory of back in February. That loss in the Empire Finals definitely was taken to heart a bit. Fairfield, you know, they came out, played a good game, but, you know, they'll see them again in October, and definitely not a team to take lightly, you know, ever. They'll be back. They're going to feel this loss in October, and I'm sure we'll see another tight game as well.
Yeah, like we said, these two teams, only 4 teams in the ECHC Purple Division, which is the D1, so each team plays each other 3 times in conference play. So we'll see these two teams again right here, actually, in this building on October 25th, and then they won't play each other again until January 25th. So
is that 25th game in January? That's in Connecticut, or is that
one is in Connecticut. So 2 home games for Farmingdale against Fairfield, 1 up on the road. 5-3, big win for the Rams. For you Fairfield fans tuning in, next time out, next weekend on the road for 2 games against the University of Delaware. For you Farmingdale fans, next game won't be covered here on the LI Sports Network. That one's on the road October 5th, taking on Quinnipiac at 8 p.m., another Empire Conference matchup. So that's going to do it for our coverage here tonight of Farmingdale State College Rams hockey. Big win, getting a little bit of revenge on the Stags. 5-3 the final score. On behalf of Frank Botetto, Paul Trentini, Luke Judge, thanks for joining us today. Had a great time with you today, buddy. My name's Travis Quigley. Have a great rest of your night, everybody, and we'll see you next time.